So hi guys, welcome to another YouTube video. A good few months back I brewed my first apple cider, and it was actually honey apple cider. And traditionally beekeepers, what they actually brew as a first kind of alcohol of some sort out of honey is actually traditionally it's actually mead, honey mead. And I've always wanted to try this myself, so I've decided to make honey mead with sort of 3.5 kg roughly of honey, and it's just going to be a simple recipe. It's going to be water, honey, this yeast, and it's going to sit in this barrel fermentation vessel for the next 2 weeks. And then what I'll do is split the 5 litres which I actually produce, and then I'll flavour it with like spices, and I might do like a funky version, like a strawberry version, or just keep it plain and just do sort of like a review of what I've made. So what I'm going to do first is I've warmed some water. Apparently this yeast likes to start off in warm water, and then it likes to be transferred into the actual vessel. So what I'll do is let's measure. So you get 10 grams in one pack, and it makes 23 litres of mead. And I've done a calculation. It works out to be something in the region of, let me grab my mobile. So it'd be like 23 divided by 10 equals 2.3. So it's 1 gram per 2.3 litres. So I've decided on 3 grams of yeast for 5 litres. And what I'll do is I'll measure 3 grams if I can, hopefully, on this. So let's do it. It's at 2. Oh, okay, it's at 3. It's at 3 grams. So I'm good. So I will go like this. And then I'll put that to one side. I've got my yeast like that. And what I'll do is just keep it secure like that for a short period. So what I've also done is I've kept my honey in some warm baths, so it just gets, it is sticky honey, so it is what it is. You'll need some yeast nutrients as well, and this sort of says per gallon, 1 rounded teaspoon per gallon. So what is 1 gallon in litres? Google, what is 1 gallon in litres?
1 imperial gallon is 4.546 litres.
Okay, so I will need basically 1 teaspoon of yeast nutrient as well. So let's do that somewhere. 1 teaspoon of that, 1 teaspoon of that. Okay, so maybe I'm not doing this right, but here goes. What I'll do is let's use nutrient. Doesn't smell that nice actually. And then I'll chuck my yeast in there as well. Yeast looks interesting. Just give it a bit of a stir. Hopefully this works, he says. I'm going to use some bottled water, and normally, you know, I'm sure filtered water is just as good, but I just thought I'm making this. Base is water, so make sure you're if you're using one of these things that this is shut, this is closed. Okay, so let's do this. So I've emptied all my water in there. Tap is closed, that is good. And keep this bottle just in case you want to, you know, sort of divide your mead up. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my honey, and I'm going to grab that spatula, and I'm going to bring those two here. So this is roughly 3.5 kg. This is roughly 3.5 kg, so this includes this one here as well. 3.5 kg of honey. So 5 litres of water, 3.5 kg of honey, and then you've got your yeast as well in there. So what I'll do is empty this into there. I'm going to empty this gorgeous honey into the container. This, I think, and I hope it's going to be a very sweet mead because of the ratio of honey to water. So let that empty. Remember, it's vital that stir this really well. It's going to empty. Smells very orangey. Smells very orangey. Okay, keep going. To help if I just get rid of this somewhere. What I might do is I might just put some hot water in here just to release all of that other honey as well. That might help. So let me just put this here. Tastes good. Tastes all right. And I've got all of this as well. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. So I've got this honey as well to put in there, so let's just use everything up. So once you've put all the honey in, stir this. You know, I've seen so many like YouTube videos on mead making. It's so confusing. Like, you know, like you got some people like, you know, they say, you know, put in a tea bag and like, you know, first time making mead. So I'll see how this actually turns out. That is very good honey. I'll just fill this up with a bit of, and give it a shake. Let's go like that. Oh, sticky, sticky, sticky. Right, so let's just give this a stir. Let's empty the jars in time for this summer. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Really good honey. Really good honey. Right. So pop that in there. And then pop that in there as well. Hopefully, the warm water which I've put in here will help the yeast which is in here. So let's see what happens. Oh, before I put the yeast in, let me get rid of these jars. I can still see honey like a bear. I'm not going to waste honey. Right, so stir all of this. I'm going to try giving you a look at what it looks like. Let's give you a look. It looks a bit like that. So you've got water and honey in there, and then you've got to stir it. Give it a good stir before you put in your yeast. So let me just go like this. Give it a good stir. Just stir the mixture up, and it's vital. It's a vital point of stirring as well. So stir that mixture. Make sure it's working. In regards to, oh, let me just get rid of this as well. Put that additional honey in. I don't like to waste, you know, the bees have worked really hard for the honey. I like to appreciate the honey. So, okay, recap. Got 5 litres of water, got 3.5 roughly kilos of local honey, which is straight from my hive. I've got a warm pan, or now room temperature, with yeast nutrient, bit of the bottled water. Whoops, I think I hiccuped. Warm pan, bit of the hot, bottled water, yeast nutrient, and also the yeast as well. And now I'm going to add that into here. Okay, that's all the yeast gone. It's all good. Happy with that. Ooh, what I didn't do is, actually, what I could do is do it now. Let's take a reading. I should have done it before I put the yeast in. Naughty boy. Anyway. So, initial reading looks like, so that's where the reading is. It isn't 1.00 whatever. It's 1. It's below that, isn't it? Let's have a look. I'm going to put these things are so hard to read, you know. Ridiculous. Well, it looks to be 110. It's at 110. Don't know what that really means at the moment, but I'm sure I will. So 110 is 110 would be, well, that's where it started off at 110. Hopefully we'll see where the alcohol goes up to. I don't know if 110 is I've never had a reading of 110. We'll see. We will see. Anyway, okay, so all of this can just go straight back in there. And then what you got to do is you got to put this on it. Pop the lid on. I actually like this Wilco fermentation vessel. It is nice. It's my first vessel, but it is good. I like brewing my first brew in it. So okay, that's tight. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just put this cork on top, and then I'm going to put on a so I've put the rubber bong. I'm going to put airlock on there as well, and then we'll check back on this in the next week or two and then do another reading as well. Okay, thank you.